I asked you would you like to
I don't
like I
need
said,
to
I
pivot.
asked you would you like a logic. I asked you would you like to debate it? I told everybody that I'm down for that. You want to debate Dr. Francis Cress
I told you
Welsing?
I agreed with you.
Why?
I
No.
agree that it's a racialized term. I agreed with you.
Okay. Then the conversation is over.
So I'm trying to figure out like what were you getting at? Like maybe if I did say it wrong, like just say
I
how
just
I
told
should
you
have said
if
it.
you just agreed with me, that's what I
Yeah,
was getting at.
I understand that when you say sub-Saharan Africa, that there's no way around that you're ultimately going to be talking about. You're going to be talking about either the people themselves or the descendants of those people with dark skin in that area. That's how I understand it. Maybe that's oversimplified, and you can explain it. But
And
I
it's
didn't
really
run
and
from
it's
nothing I
really
said. I
and it's really
didn't.
stupid. It's really stupid to call anybody sub-Saharan anyway, because 75% of the Sahara Desert covers North Africa.
I mean that's fine. But when
So
you pull up articles,
are
isn't
we
that a
saying
term
at the
that you
beginning
use?
of the northern border? Here, listen to my explanation here. Are we saying at the beginning of the northern border of the Sahara Desert, as you go down, that's considered sub-Saharan? Are you saying that anything past that border at the southern tip of the Sahara Desert is in fact sub? What does the sub mean? Because there are countries within Africa that live inside of the Sahara. Are they Saharan Africans phenotypically? What about South Africans? Whites don't call themselves sub-Saharan Africans that live below that line. It wasn't until after apartheid that they began to call the Africans in that area. They went from being called Bantu people or South Africans to, I'm sorry, not Bantu people. They went from being called South Africans or Africans to now sub-Saharan Africans. Whites don't call themselves sub-Saharan Africans. They live below the border. So it's just racially, it's a racially motivated term that we need to eliminate from our what's it called, from our vernacular, period. Because when you look at it geographically, it doesn't make any sense.
Okay.
It's just that simple.
I didn't make up the
You're
term.
welcome.
I mean, you read the term when you read articles. It's not. I didn't make it up. You got to get them to
They
stop
didn't
doing it,
call
not me.
themselves. Guess what? They didn't. They don't. Just like y'all say about Egyptians, they don't call themselves black. They don't call themselves sub-Saharan.
I like
So
it. You
you
should run
shouldn't
with that.
say it either.
Yeah, you should run with that. I like it. And I'll say whatever I want to. And for real, I'm reading it off the page, so it ain't even really me saying it. I'm just reading.
Well, at least you're doing that for once.
There you go. Good catch, Chris. You caught me.
That was some slick shit. He said, "At least you're doing that for once."
Oh,
Hey, I'll
very
try to set
clever.
up that. I'll try to
I'm
set up
almost
that
surprised it came
conversation.
from Chris.
I'll try to set up that conversation, Chris. I know you're at
Well,
work.
I'll say
Hey,
this: whenever you're ready to set up that debate, I'll wash you and
are
I'll
you
embarrass
Yeah,
you
against?
in that
but
debate,
Hey,
and
Chris,
I
show
wouldn't
you
even
that you're not on my
I
level, young
wouldn't
man.
complain, bro. I'm like a regular person. I'm trying to have a regular conversation with you. Like I wouldn't argue
I'm not a
something that
regular
I just
person.
disagree. I
I'm
see.
special.
I got you. Yeah, I got you. But I'm saying like I wouldn't like if I'm sitting here telling you I don't disagree with you. Like how can we turn that into an argument? I don't see how we can do it. I said I agree with you. Yeah, like I said, I understand the racialized undertones of the term. I get it.
Right, well, I got to get ready to get out of here.
all
Thanks
right, peace,
for
G.
letting me
Talk to you
on.
later.
I'll come back to you. Peace, y'all.
Yep.
Peace, peace, peace. Peace,
Yep.
brass.
Yes, sir. Shouts to you, C. Dot. What's up? Corey. About it, yeah. Also, logic too. If you wanted to debate, I don't know if you said you wanted to debate him that day, but
Mhm.
apparently, I mean, maybe he wants to debate you. I don't know, or you want to debate. I don't know, but I think did you agree to a debate that day, or you say it was cool to debate that day?
I said I would debate him. We didn't necessarily pick a topic. I think he's trying to railroad into a topic that I didn't pick. But
No, that's
that's what
fine.
it seems like.
Yeah,
In,
shouts
in,
to
the,
him.
in the,
I just went to his
yeah, I
channel.
mean,
I didn't follow him. I just remember he was the guy with the That's why I said that because when he said Wang, I remember somebody in the community put her in like Chinese food container or some shit like that. And then he said that was him. That's why I said the microwave guy. I didn't mean no disrespect, bro.
The short of what he just came in here and did was he gave both sides of an argument. You can read articles saying that that Sub-Saharan has some racial and political undertones. Like that's not.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what he was
No,
trying
I
to do.
think what he was doing was it's probably a term that kind of irritates him because he kept saying people on the continent don't say it. So it's probably a term that actually irritates. If you listen to what he's saying, you can kind of get the gist. He might be confusing us with the pseudo killers because he kept saying
He might be.
You guys are the scientific literacy guys, and I know I stay at Howard Johnson's from time to time, but I never wake up feeling scientifically literate. But I think that term irritates him, and he probably when you said it, he probably stuck on that term. That term, not because of you per se, but because the term is irritating. Because he kept, it seemed like
no,
it's and if it is
I
racist,
think I get it.
I don't know what that. I don't know how it's racist or if it is racist. I just know
no, it is.
I've heard
Definitely
other people say that. So probably not.
It definitely is. And you know what? And while we're actually on the topic, right? And shout out to Chris. We just got to find a better topic, one that we actually disagree on. Like the irony of it is right. Like so, once you've made this particular category, then every time that you go and do like these genome sequences, you could say who is and who is not African. You know what I'm saying? It's almost a way of attempting to create a barrier genetically, right? So now you have to. So now when you go sequence the genomes of the mummies, you can say that they're this percentage of African and this percentage of non-African because of this kind of label that they. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of like a way some people choose to look at it, but that would be them kind of leaning into the racialized political side of the term. I hope I explain that clearly, but yeah, he's absolutely right. It is racialized. So I didn't disagree.
Okay, Greg. Hey, Corey, I set this room up for you, so go ahead, brother. I know you out there building America, but I set the room up so you could get your shit out the way it hits. I hope you're feeling better. Welcome to the Discord. C. Mika, what up?
What's going on, people? What's going on? How y'all feeling?
What's going on, G? I said I'm gonna check out your show. I just follow Chris Harris, and I see you got a show, so I'll check that out. I'm about to leave out from somewhere on the drive. I'm gonna check it out while I'm on the road.
Yeah. Hey, Logic. I think he was saying like he was contradicting himself because he was like, well, you can't refer to Africans through a geographical location. But, I mean, isn't the word Africa a
I didn't catch that. I didn't catch that, Corey. Honestly, I wanted Chris to say what he had to say and then go to work because I could tell like if I get frustrated, I don't know what I'm gonna say right now. Like I ain't gonna lie. So I'm glad it ended where it ended, and I didn't want to make it more confrontational because he was bringing confrontation. Like I didn't feel a spirit of let's just talk. I felt confrontation. So from there, I'm already like I'm jumpy for no reason. So it's all good.
And then you got a lot of times you gotta kind of know who you're talking to too, right? So, and then you gotta know kind of how these conversations go, also. So, like the
Where did
whole
the idea come from?
the idea of what?
Like that black people were just sub-Saharan. Like black people only came from the sub-Saharan part of Africa.
Well, I mean,
oh, okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
well, I mean, it's just referring. Now, again, they're not saying this is what the terms in a lot of these papers still use today. I mean, it's just saying outside of the Sahara. Sub means below or outside, right? So like a submarine, right?
Right,
meaning submerged. The word
so would that
submerged,
mean that?
you know what I mean?
So
it means
would that
below
mean
the
that
Sahara.
black people weren't? Okay, got you. But would that mean that black people weren't in the Sahara or above the Sahara
No, it don't
at
mean
any
that.
point in time?
It don't mean that, right? But so what they're saying is you'll find this genetic pool or ancestral population, you'll find this ancestral population below the Sahara. That's all that's
And
saying.
okay, but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Like,
it don't mean that they wasn't other places also,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
So when
okay,
you see certain groups in North Africa, they or in somewhere or say in North America, right? We in North America, right? And when
right,
they do our DNA, they see that we're closely, aligned to people who are from Sub-Saharan Africa. Then when you do the history, you find out, yeah, we do come from that region of the world. You dig what I'm saying? Don't mean that we're not in North America also, but
what?
ancestrally, this is where this population comes from. You dig what I'm saying? So wherever you find this population of people on the planet at, you know what I mean?
This is their
This is
origin.
their
Right.
ancestry. This is
Okay,
their ancestral homeland. Don't
but
mean
doesn't
that they
that?
can't
But
be in North Africa. Don't mean that they can't be in Asia. But this is where they originally from.
right,
Y'all get
Right.
that?
but
Like
okay,
it's not
okay.
a big
With
deal.
that said, are you? I mean, are you aware of the out of Africa theory? Like, do you believe that all human beings came out of Africa?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so if all human beings came out of Africa, then why would we only place the black people in the lower part of Africa and not throughout the entire continent? Wouldn't it make sense for them to be from the whole continent? Like, because black
No,
people never just
no,
stayed in one
no,
spot, right?
no, no. Yeah, right? So ancestral populations come from specific places, right? So how could you have an ancestral population that comes from everywhere? That wouldn't even make sense. You feel me? There has to be a starting point for each ancestral population. You can't say an ancestral population come from the whole of Africa.
Okay, so
You know what I
that's a
mean? That
scientific
makes
theory.
sense. Huh?
And then
That's
to really boil it down, you're talking about genetic mutations, right? So that's that. So where is the latest we can or the earliest we can find this specific genetic mutation, right? And then you go and find a location where you can find that at. That's all that is. I mean, it really ain't that difficult to tell you the truth. I mean, you don't even have to be scientific to actually realize that. But y'all go ahead, y'all
Well,
keep
no, no,
going.
no. I'm just saying, as far as that being a science, the out of Africa theory is a scientific theory. So, like,
And
that's what I'm saying.
sub-Saharan
Like,
Africans
if
do not contradict the outer Africa theory. So do you believe in the outer Africa theory?
I believe that it's a theory. I believe that people studied it. But what I'm
Oh,
saying
okay.
is, I don't
I'm
believe
going.
that.
I'm going on
I
mute.
don't
I'm
believe
going
that.
on mute.
Okay, got you. Well,
Go ahead,
all I'm
finish.
saying is, I don't believe that black people were restricted to just below the Sahara
We
Desert.
wasn't. No, we wasn't though.
So,
That's the
They done
point.
said
so
that a
But
million
that's
times.
where
Like
our
Stephen said that
ancestral
like that's the
population
fifth
come
time
from.
saying that. That's like
mhm,
Stephen's fifth time saying that within the last
mhm.
3 minutes. But go ahead.
Right. So why do you guys refer or use the terminology sub-Saharan when describing black people?
Because that's where the ancestral population come from. So when you talk about Chinese, they
But did
will
they
be
stay
called
there?
Hold on. If you talk about Chinese people, they will be considered East Asian, right? East Asian, meaning that their ancestral population comes from East Asia. I don't hear nobody else screaming and crying over that. When you talk about North Africans, they say that their ancestral population comes from North Africa. I'm trying to figure out what's the issue with pinpointing where ancestral populations come from.
Because you're still trying to would still make it seem as if they only came from one place. And what I'm saying is
They did, but
what I'm
they
trying to relay
did
right
though.
now. Can I
But
express what
but
I'm
they
trying to
did
relay
though.
so that way you have a better understanding? Because we've always been nomadic people as Africans. whether you came from the southern part, the eastern part, the western part, the northern part. We've always been a people who could get up,
Ancestral
travel, and
population is
create
not
other.
nomadic, bro. That was not a true statement. All the ancestral populations are not nomadic.
I didn't say all. I never said all.
Or at least
I'm just talking
sub-Saharan.
about black people in general. All sub-Saharan, all so-called quote unquote sub-Saharan black people have not been settled in one spot and only stayed there the entire time of its existence.
We already said
So,
that.
Okay, so why do we keep talking like they never moved? Like it was no possible way that they could have made it above the Sahara. Why would that be the attitude? I don't. That's the argument right now. Why would you keep trying to make it the attitude that black people were only able to survive below
not
the
all
Sahara?
black people. Certain groups didn't.
So why accept the terminology of sub-Saharan?
Certain ancestral populations are only found. And you know what I mean? Now today in 2025 with airplanes and cars and shit, like everybody everywhere right now. But like historically, like certain ancestral populations were not nomadic.
Certain.
So that's why
I'm noticing that you're using the terminology now, certain. So I'm not speaking about certain. I'm speaking about the bulk. I'm talking about the bulk of black people, regardless of the tribe or whatever they call it. They were black people. So if we're talking about black people in Africa on the continent,
they're not a monolith though. Black people it's all kinds of. But do you know it's all kinds of different black people?
I just made that. I made that very clear. If you listen to what I'm saying instead of try to respond to everything before I even finish talking, you'll be able to hear everything I'm saying.
I don't know. I think I'm just trying to get clear. I'm not trying to be confrontational, just to let you know that, bro. I was just trying to get some clarity, bro. That's all I'm trying to
give it to you. That's what I'm saying. Like you'll get all the clarity you need if you just let me finish talking, and then as soon as I finish,
I thought you were done.
Question.
I thought we was having a conversation, bro. I didn't know you was going on a teaching spree. But go ahead. You go ahead.
I wasn't trying to teach anything. What I'm talking about is what I have an issue with it, which is the terminology of black people being sub-Saharan and only being limited to that terminology, which wouldn't make sense because black
nobody
people were
does
able
that,
to convert.
Nobody only says only black people. That's wild, bro. We already said that. Yeah, you do have sub-Saharan Africans, but you got North Africans, you got East Africans, you got South Africans, you got goddamn East Asians, you got West Asians, you got all of these different ancestral populations. You gotta name them though. We gotta know what we're talking about. We can't just be saying Africans.
We can't. Can we say black? Because that's what I've been sticking to.
You can say black.
I've been talking about.
I don't have a problem with black.
Okay,
yeah,
so I didn't name a specific tribe or say a specific people only did it. I'm talking about black Africans, what we're usually
so
talking
it's different
about
groups of black Africans, though.
Brother, so can I please, brother?
No, you're not being clear. You're just saying the same thing over and over again.
If you let me finish talking.
You're telling me you're trying to get clarity, but you're saying the same thing you just said 2 seconds ago, bro. Is what I'm
let him get it out, Corey. Let him get it out.
All right, man. I'm gonna hear it again.
By the way, hold on one second. Hold on one second. Welcome to the Discord. There is no malice. These conversations get like this. It ain't personal. Go ahead and say what you got to say.
I'm not taking it personally. All I'm asking the brother to do is to let me finish talking. I'm not. I'm just trying to finish talking. I'm not going to call that man nothing crazy. I'm not going to say nothing crazy to him. I'm just trying to get my words out so that way he can have an understanding because he keep asking me questions about things I'm trying to describe. Okay. So you won't have to ask the question if you let me talk. That's all.
Get your shit off. Go ahead.
Thank you, brother. Now, like I said, the argument that I'm bringing forth is that the term Black African is not restricted to the sub-Saharan part of Africa, of the continent. I'm saying Black Africans were all over the entire continent at one point or another. We were all over the continent of Africa. There was no part of Africa that black Africans did not touch. We even touched parts of Europe. We touched parts of Asia. So I don't understand how people allow us to be restricted to just the below the Sahara, which moves, by the way. The desert moves. Like it literally goes back and forth. So like where we only cut off to a third of the bottom where the Sahara stops. Like, so all of these things are questions that I have to ask. So I'm gonna land my plane on that. So that way you have an understanding of where I'm coming from with what I'm saying.
Okay. All right. So I heard you say that already. Now, what I'm saying is the ancestral population that we come from are restricted to the sub-Saharan. Okay. Now, is there black people that are in Africa that are not restricted to sub-Saharan? Yes, they are. But the group when they referring to sub-Saharan Africans, they're referring to just that group, just the sub-Saharan Africans. They're not talking about the other black Africans because they are. I agree with you. There are other black Africans, but when they're talking about sub-Saharan, they're talking about a specific ancestral population. They're not talking about black Africans in general. Okay, so that was my point. Hopefully, we got some clarity because I agree with most of what you said, bro. But go ahead.
Yeah, I just feel like that's kind of like an oxymoron. Like you're saying like they only talking about people from sub-Sahara. Like at what point in time of the Sahara where like at the parts where it was covering only half of the continent, at the point where it was only covering a third of the like what at what point and where were we limited to since we were on, and why were we only limited to being below the Sahara? These are the things that make no sense to me. A lot of the countries that I'm from, hold on, wait. A lot of the countries that I am that amalgamates my DNA are not below the Sahara. So therefore, like when you say we or
you ain't got
people
you
that
don't
you
have to
are
have
and this and the
Magi
third,
in your blood.
I'm not restricted. My DNA is not restricted to one area. So that's why I don't understand where we get this whole
You different. You
we are.
different. So let's talk about the rest of us who don't have your unique genetic makeup. I'll just say for the record that you are different. You're not like the rest of us. You dig what I'm saying? You got DNA from all over Africa. Most of us don't. You dig what I'm saying? Most of us, our DNA is Western Central African. That's it. You feel me? But yours different. You come from all over Africa. So
Okay, where does it
congratulations.
stop?
So,
Just a
no,
quick question.
I'm saying for most of us. You just
I got
said
you. I'm
yours
saying West
come
Africa.
from all over Africa.
I got you.
When I did my DNA, is Western Central Africa. That's it.
Right, but where does it stop? On the west side of Africa, how far north does your DNA go? Where does it stop at?
Like what? What's that? Like fucking a little bit of Mali.
Sierra Leone. I think your DNA is only going
is Mali below the Sahara? Was Mali below the Sahara?
Mali is Saharan.
Mine went all the way up to Guinea-Bissau.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all.
So hold on. So let me finish. So the whole issue is, say North Africans, right? They have a unique genetic signature in North Africa that ties them to North Africa. Now, you don't see that genetic signature all the way down in South Africa. Why? Because those people wasn't there, but they are African also. You feel me? So just because you don't see sub-Saharan DNA significantly in certain North African populations don't mean that they wasn't there, but it wasn't significant. That's not where they come from. That's not where they originate from. It's not their homeland, right? Just like East Asians. East Asians DNA, the people are Chinese, they are Asian, but it don't go all the way to Iran. You dig what I'm saying? You don't see their DNA all the way in Iran. But it don't mean that they're not Asian. So sub-Saharan Africans are Africans, but it don't mean that they come from all over Africa. They come from sub-Saharan Africa, and they might travel and live in North Africa. They might go to India. So yeah, the DNA is spread out. You dig what I'm saying? So it could be sub-Saharan populations that do live in North Africa. You dig what I'm saying? Fine. But that's not where they originate from. Does that make sense? Like,
so are you saying that the Arabs that are in North Africa right now with Arab DNA
I said nothing about
originate in North Africa? Who are the North African? Who are the people that originate in North Africa?
How could an herb originate in North Africa?
Okay, cool. So who are the people that originate in North Africa?
Western Asia.
Okay, so who are the people? Name the people that come from North Africa originally. Who are the original people of North Africa?
I'm not getting into all that. Like,
why
I'm
not?
talking about sub-Saharan
Africa. Made though, brother.
No,
it's literally the claim you just made.
No, I thought y'all was talking about the term sub-Saharan Africa and why you disagree with it.
But who are the originators of North Africa, brother? That's what I'm asking you.
I don't know.
You're talking about DNA recovered right now from Arabs. We know that those people are Arab. The majority of that population is Arab right now. We know that.
I'm not even talking about that. And I don't even believe.
So let's not even talk about that. Who are the originators of that space?
Hold on. I said I don't believe that. I don't believe that North African, the majority DNA is Arab. I don't believe that. I think you made that up.
I'm asking you, who are the originators of North Africa? Because you said people don't originate from a certain space. So who are the people that originated there?
I'm gonna imagine North Africans was the originators of North Africa.
No. Listen, Corey, I'm gonna tell them I don't know.
I can just go off of who there. I mean, why wouldn't the North Africans be the originators of North Africa? I don't understand why wouldn't they?
You see how I said I ain't know?
A large population of North Africa is Arabic. A large portion.
Arabic
speaking? A large portion of the politics that are in North Africa right now are Arabic.
Arab culture or ancestral population?
I'm not talking about ancestral because he just said he don't know who ancestral population is. So therefore,
I'm asking you. I'm asking a question.
I don't know. I'm telling you that the politics, I'm telling you that the people, the way that they do to the cultures, the religion, all of that is Arab. It's a Muslim population, hugely Muslim population.
You African, but the majority of your family's culture is Christian. But you African, but the majority of your family's culture is Christian.
Right. But it's a reason for that. It's because people were.
It wouldn't be a reason. It wouldn't be a reason why the North African culture is Arab.
Yes, it's because they were colonized by Arabs. What do you mean? Like that's the point I'm making right now. The people that are there, we know, were the colonizers of that region. So who was there originally?
All the people out. They didn't just colonize the people. They actually moved the people away too when they colonized.
So so you admitting that somebody was moved away?
No, I'm asking.
Moved away. Were those people black people, or were those people white people, or were they Arabs already? Like who were the people?
That was a question. That was a question, brother. That was a question.
Oh, that's not a question. I'm trying to ask y'all the question because y'all are the ones who saying that we were subject to only south of the Sahara. Which I firmly disagree with because
we did not say that. We did not say that. We said that ancestral population originates in sub-Saharan Africa. Don't mean that they can't be. We are in North America right now. North, South America, the Caribbean, we are all over the fucking planet. But we're saying that ancestral, man, you know what? All right, you got it, bro.
I'm just asking, how do you know that? But you don't know. You know, we were the originators of the Sub-Sahara, but we weren't above the Sahara. That's the claim that you're making. So what I'm saying is, how do you know that?
I did not say that we wasn't above the Sahara. I said we didn't originate there. This population, Sub-Saharan Africans have a unique genetic signature that ties them to Sub-Saharan Africa. What part? You got it, bro. I think you're doing this on purpose.
I'm just asking you questions, my brother, to try to figure out exactly
honestly,
where you're coming from with that terminology.
see
Because,
that
like I said, I don't
it
believe the
sounds like what
terminology.
you're asking me. It
I think.
sounds like
Hold
what
on, wait,
you're
wait.
asking is.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. You explain it
It
for me.
sounds like what you're asking is why does science feel the need to separate these populations? But that could be the only thing that you're actually asking, because if we like he done made it real clear about the difference between where the people originate and then where they've migrated to, right? So like you're basically having a problem with the conclusion of science saying that these people actually originated here. So you're not having a problem with us. You're having a problem with them. They don't want to say that we originated there.
Got you. So where does science say where does science say that who originated in North Africa? Where does science didn't give y'all that, but science told y'all that black people were only in or originated, because we keep using the word originate when science also says that humanity originated